Hello, welcome back, another video, and this one is another shoe that I did mention in my very first video on YouTube, and I thought I'm going to do a video for it on its own. This is the Puma Clyde Hardwood. It was the second shoe that Puma had released from the Clyde court. It was another great shoe. Another couple of things that maybe weren't as great on this model, what could have been, but this set the bar and was also the first step in how we got the Clyde All Pro. We'll go over the shoe, a couple of things, and we'll just kind of bring up some old memories, shall we say. Starting off, traction. We've got a nice little herringbone pattern here, changed into a blade setup, diamonds, and then a kind of star setup with a Puma logo in the middle. Now, the most interesting part, or one of the most interesting parts of this traction, how tacky it is. Traction was great. Now, I did wear this shoe when I went on holiday. I have the team colourway and it's the all black. And it was raining. I nearly slipped so many times. I think the streets were like cobbles. And it was awful. I was slipping everywhere. So please don't wear this shoe in the rain or the wet. Keep this for indoor basketball. You will slip like crazy. So definitely a no-no. But the one thing about this shoe is that this blade rollover part on the forefoot is incredible. Like it's so sticky, it's functional for basketball, it's great, and the tackiness you get on the court is really nice, just down to the pattern that they have set up here. The nice little touch here that kind of rolls up over the back, and it's got Clyde. Moving on to the midsole, we have Profoam. This was the Profoam's debut. We had the energy beads in the Clyde court. But on this one here it says Profoam and it's all caged. Now this has been seen as being a negative thing towards this shoe, which is fair enough, which is I understand why. Lack of compression, nowhere for the foam to move when you actually put pressure on it, so it feels more firmer. But when you touch it there, it feels okay. It's the same material as what's in the Sky Modern, the Sky Dreamer, and it feels nice. There's a medial side there is a little suede tab, and there is also one there for lateral containment. And then moving up to the material, the rest of it, it's okay. It's nice and soft on the forefoot. They seem to have segmented it. So the first half has been like this kind of knit, which is really nice to touch. The team colourway ones, it's not as nice. It feels more papery, but this one is a nice knit. And one thing they have done, as you'll see here, is they've got this embroidery stitching to give some sort of kind of structure to the knit on the side. And they put these fuse panels across the front with the lace tabs that go right to the footbed, so when you pull the laces tight, it's locking your foot down to the footbed, which is a really nice touch. Now this shoe is, this specific colourway is the Dreamville model. Now the J. Cole's second input with Puma was this shoe, and I got this sent over from my friend in America, Rick. Thanks, mate. So this here at the back is like a synthetic leather material, and this was one of the reasons why this shoe appealed a lot. Being a 90s kid, to go back to hardware materials, etc. But the colourway, there wasn't too many colourways of this shoe that actually appealed. So the first ones was a pack of 3. It was the black, the green, and the pink. I picked the 3 of them up and I was quite happy with them, but white knit just attracts dirty marks. It really does. So we could have done with more colours that were darker, and this was like one of the only ones that came out in an alternative colour that actually looked decent. There were some crazy colours, man. Like Marcus Smart had the ones that was like all over the place colour wise, and then they brought out the team colourways, then they brought out these other team colourways, and it just didn't look great at all. But I'm glad I got my hands on these ones, because these ones are definitely the pick of the bunch in my opinion. Black and red, can't go wrong, but the synthetic material at the back feels nice to touch, and then you've got this gold Puma logo on the heel. Heel cup is a fair size, it's okay. The lockdown you get in this shoe is really nice, and the fact that you've got knit on the front means that when you're actually bending your foot, there's not really a lot of flexibility there, which is a really nice touch, but you've still got these hardware materials at the back. So the breathability aspect is actually quite decent at the front because you've got the knit. Now, similar to what I was saying earlier on about the Sky Dreamer in the other video, was that the tongue only goes down halfway. It doesn't go all the way down at the bottom. But what they have done is stop the tongue halfway, but they've extended the laces down that little bit further, so your toe box has actually got smaller. Now, the reason why they've done that is for a lockdown purposes, to just extend the lockdown features in the shoe. But from a design element, it's really nice, it's really different. And again, this is another thing that Puma done, was just kind of push the envelope a little bit with the design aspect of the shoe. So when they brought this shoe out, there was a lot of good feedback, there was a lot of negative feedback. And this was a stepping stone to the Clyde All Pro, because they understood that the low top was popular, they understood that the lockdown part was great, they understood that this flexibility part was really, really nice to have, but it felt nice, but it was also functional at the same time. And the traction was fantastic. So they understood it, okay, so the main things that was wrong with it was the weight and the pro foam. The pro foam was caged. And this colourway, this shoe, like I say, paved the way for the Clyde All Pro, which is such a great shoe that you just cannot get anymore. But in my opinion, this is still a great shoe. There is another darker colourway that I've got a couple of pairs of, and it's with the gold and the silver stitching. There is also the team colourways, which is the black, the white. See, they brought this is what I don't understand. The first shoe they brought out was the black with the white, like kind of OG, if you will. But then they brought out a team colourway that was the exact same, but the leather wasn't the same, and the knit was like paper. So I don't understand, if you're going to bring a team colourway out, it still had pro foam in it as well, so they didn't change the foam setup, they just changed the materials on top, but they brought out the same colour as a previous one. So surely you should be bringing that out as being a complete new colourway, or you could have experimented and done something. I don't understand why they've done that, but they definitely missed a trick in that regards. And the last thing that really stands out is this Tpu Hero Cup add-on at the side, and it just gives an element of weight, I suppose, because it does feel heavier at the back end, but it does provide a lot of stability for lockdown and stuff when you actually put the shoe on. The Clyde Hardwood you can still pick up at a reasonable price. You probably get discount codes and stuff on it. It's a firm shoe, and if you get a pair of these, then it would be perfect for outdoors on a dry day and a wet day. Definitely not, you'll just be skiting all over the place. Overall, this shoe, fantastic traction, like really, really good traction. It's sticky. All the rubber they use in the Puma shoes is really, really good. But the traction is very sticky. Lockdown's good. The weight performance is good. But if the foam was just that bit softer, a bit more responsive, this would have been an absolute nailer. I think it kind of missed a little bit of a trick, but yeah, it's a shame. Still a great shoe, and again paved the way for the Clyde All Pro. So without this, we might not have had the Clyde All Pro. Any questions? Put them in the comment section. Like the video, give it a like. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate the help in trying to grow this channel. Apologies again for the delay, but I've been trying to do a lot of videos here, so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Until next time.